Oh, this one's fucking awesome. I watched this one like 4 times before I started writing, and I feel like I'm gonna stop and watch it a few more times before I'm done making this video.
Steven?
Hi.
Why did we stop working on the drill?
I don't know, why weren't you asking that last episode?
Why are they just sitting there looking at nothing?
Yeah, it's kinda weird that they're all sitting there together but not talking to each other. On an unrelated note, look at how the way they're sitting exemplifies each of their personalities. That's the first time I've ever used the word exemplify, and it feels good.
Working hard is important, but feeling good is important too.
What are you talking about?
Peridot never learned the concept of morale, I guess. Her higher-ups must expect her to work non-stop like a machine, so that's all she's used to. I assume morale works the same way for gems as it does for humans.
Yeah, it's music. Like this. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Imagine explaining art or music to someone who's never experienced art or music, or made any for themselves. People wonder why they teach art and music in schools, but imagine how fucking boring all of us would be if we didn't get that kind of exposure as kids. There are boring people out there, there's people who believe that every single waking minute needs to be productive, and that's fucking boring and exhausting. It's such a good character moment for Peridot to take an interest in music. It shows that she's being chipped away at and enjoying something she would have never experienced in gem society.
Life and death and love and birth and peace and war on the planet Earth. Is there anything that's worth more than peace and love on the planet Earth? Whoa.
On top of all that, this is my favorite song in the whole season. A really close contender with Do It For Her. Not only is it Peridot's first singing part and only solo part in the show, the rest of the Crystal Gems get to join in. The visuals are awesome, showing time passing as they finish the drill, and Peridot getting along with each of them a little bit more. A montage and a song that's actually driving the plot forward and developing Peridot as a character, it's nearly perfect. I feel like they gave these two busy work just to keep them occupied for most of the time they were building the drill. Steven's here hammering screws, and Amethyst is... I don't know what she's trying to accomplish. The drill changes designs pretty frequently, so I'm gonna take inventory of what's here now. The drill itself looks different from the injector drill from a few episodes ago. They may have given up on that idea. It looks segmented here, which it is. When they actually go to use it, it's able to split into kind of a tripod. And of course, this appears to be based on Peridot's escape pod, if not the actual thing. It doesn't look at all like something that can drill through rock, though. It looks like it's made for drilling through sheet metal. Drill eyes.
Nice work.
I don't usually pause on smear frames, but I really like these. Peridot progressively growing more hands is awesome looking.
We really did it, huh?
We?
Wee.
It feels like yesterday she was trying to kill us.
No, that was several weeks ago.
That montage kind of threw my internal timeline out of whack. A lot of the previous episodes seemed to be on back-to-back days, but now the show is back to arbitrary amounts of time passing between episodes. How did Peridot get up there? Without, like, knocking the support out and breaking everything, I mean. Can she jump high like the rest of the gems? I always thought she lacked those powers. Also, these supports are a hazard. A gentle breeze could knock this thing over.
Because it's not accessible by warp pad. And it's on...
The moon!
Moon eyes.
Yes, Steven, the moon.
Come on, Pearl, you did the dramatic pause so Steven could finish that one. Don't sound so disappointed. That's like entrapment or something.
Lion, can you make us a special super warp to the moon?
I've probably asked this before, but how much can Lion understand? He's been around a long time, he must have been able to learn some language. I doubt he can understand full sentences, though. Or is Steven unknowingly issuing magic commands? Point on drill design continuity, the pod is not the same as it appeared earlier, and the segment line I mentioned earlier is gone. This is one of the coolest Lion moments in the show. The music, the visuals, this is some intense magic, and the scene really makes you feel it. The sound design when the portal opens up on the moon end is fucking immaculate too. Some of the best sound design in the whole show. And you know how good I think the basic sound design is, so that's saying a lot.
Lion, are you okay, bud?
What's the practical limit on how far Lion can warp? This clearly took a lot out of him, but he presumably had enough juice to get them all back to Earth by the end of the episode. But if he were to do a one-way trip, could he warp all the way to Mars or something? Maybe this question will get answered in Lars of the Stars at some point. Gem flashlights, that's kinda neat. Is this the first time they use this ability? Makes sense, they're made of light after all. Also, here's another Era 1 diamond emblem on the ground. The last time we saw one of those was in Sworn to the Sword in the Sky Arena.
Hey, look over here. I think it's a door.
One might ask why a gem structure on the moon needs an air supply if gems don't breathe, but gems still need air to talk. They don't talk with radio telepathy, sound waves need a medium.
Look at me! I'm a...
All right. Why can't I be? We're gems.
You got the power to be his friend.
Our physical forms adjust automatically to the gravity of any planetoid.
This is straight cartoon physics. Gravity pulls on everything equally, so the gems have to have some magic nonsense pulling them to the ground. I think they can consciously change it though, which is how they're able to do those super jumps and land without leaving craters.
I was bouncing on the moon one day.
This is a reference to a song called The Fountain in the Park, but also a moment during the Apollo 17 mission.
I was strolling on the moon one day in a merry, merry month of December. Now, May.
Man, isn't it gonna be cool when we have HD video of this kind of spacewalk from Artemis 4?
Hey, Peridot, who is this supposed to be?
It's Blue Diamond.
The murals of the diamonds don't look anything like their actual final designs in the show. Yellow Diamond is closer, but Blue Diamond doesn't even look like she did in The Answer. These murals are sick though. These circles are seemingly each of the colonies that Diamond controls.
So, who are the diamonds anyway? They seem like a big deal.
Are you joking me? The diamonds are the gem matriarchs. Together, they make up the Great Diamond Authority that governs Homeworld and all the outlying colonies.
See, Steven asks questions sometimes. What Peridot says about the diamonds is pretty much all we're given throughout the show. They're the leaders of the gem civilization, and that's all we get to know, other than learning about them individually. They're like the proto-gems as well, but we never learn how they came about. Again, more potential answers for Lars of the Stars. I like Steven looking at Garnet upside down in this shot. No notes.
Only the most elite of the elite can enter these sanctums. We are literally walking in the footsteps of the diamonds.
Peridot doesn't know how right she is about that.
Hey, what's this room?
This room comes back all the way in Season 5. It's insane to know how much of the show was set up around this time, or even earlier. There were reveals in Season 5 that were set up all the way back in Season 1. A lot of Season 1 really was planting seeds so they could sprout in later seasons. When it comes to the watermelon Stevens, I mean that literally. This is one of the coolest gem structures, and like anything being left on the moon, it's pretty much untouched. I wonder if it was colorful like the inside originally and just faded to this gray from millennia of being baked by the sun.
Oh my goodness, this looks like it could be brand new. I mean, it's a relic by today's standards, but golly.
I wonder if Peridot has serviced a control panel like this before. Judging by her reaction and not knowing how to turn it on, I don't think she's worked on an actual colony control like this one. Once it's up and running, she knows how to use it though.
You can't sit there!
Why not? It's really cool.
That chair is only for the most elite gems. You can't go around sitting where an elite would sit.
I thought after this much time on Earth, Peridot would have gotten it through her head that the crystal gems don't care about the rules and etiquette expected on Homeworld. That is the premise of this episode though. As soon as Peridot gets a taste of gem tech and the diamonds, she does a 180 and goes back to her old, rule-abiding self.
Hey, what's this doodad for?
Put that back.
What is it for? Nah, it's probably not important.
Aha! There's the insertion point. Looks like the beta kindergarten in Facet 9.
Beta kindergarten, huh? The existence of other kindergartens was implied a few episodes ago, but here's the confirmation. We'll go there eventually, next season.
There it is. It's embedded deep in the mantle.
So the cluster was never at the core? She was so adamant about it being at the very center of the core before. This is much more believable though. Anything at the core would just break. You can't drill that far down. I don't care how magic your drill is. Drilling into the mantle is a stretch with real-life materials, but I'll give Gemtech a pass on this one.
Relative to the barn, it's roughly 2,500 units down.
I've always assumed Peridot means that many barn heights down. Let's say the barn is 24 feet, which is a conservative estimate. If you do the math, that's about 11 1/3 miles down, which isn't even deep enough to reach the mantle. That means my assumption is wrong and Peridot is using some sort of gem measurement that I'm not aware of.
Wait, hold on. Does this thing have any games on it?
You got games on your phone? Here's one of the most clear maps of the Earth that shows the difference in the show. One of the main ones being the massive bite taken out of Northern Asia. Russia and Mongolia are fucked. I don't know if this was the gems doing or this was something natural. There are other oddities like the tumor on South America and Australia being split in two, and I don't think those would have been the result of gem operations. So the bite might be the same case. Let's look at this slideshow, it's gonna go real fast. The first is the Lunar Sea Spire from Cheeseburger Backpack. Next is the Sky Arena and the Underwater Cathedral from Steven and the Stevens, the Spire from Giant Woman, the Communication Tower, two structures that I don't recognize, and the Galaxy Warp at the end.
What was the plan?
Well, let's take a look.
This is one of the coolest, most sci-fi designs in the show. I have no idea what any of this stuff does, but it looks sick as hell. The only functional part of this that I know for sure is that the planet would be hollowed out as they use more and more material for building in kindergartens. I don't know what all the spires are for. I still don't know what the Sea Spire was supposed to do.
It's perfect. Look at it.
We are looking at it.
I mean, you've got your eyes closed, just saying.
Completing this colony would have meant the extinction of all life on Earth.
All life? A majority of it, sure, but life on Earth is stupidly adaptable. I'm sure something would figure out how to survive here. Probably not humans, human genocide.
Well, if she wanted to protect it, she did a lousy job. There'd be no cluster if the Earth had stayed a colony. Now there's no colony, and there's gonna be no Earth, so thank you, Rose Quartz. You doomed the planet.
Man, I can't believe some fans use this to support their Rose Quartz's evil delusion. The cluster was created in secret. She didn't know about it. Rose Quartz didn't doom the Earth.
Oh, is there anything that's worth more than...
Yeah, this ain't gonna cut it this time, Steven. This is the closest the show gets to that comic. You know the one. We're gonna have to kill this guy.
Worth more than...
You, listen to me now.
Something about Garnet getting into Peridot's face but not raising her voice in the slightest is fucking awesome to me. Like the biblical version of the word awesome. Like, oh shit, one wrong move and I'm dead kinda awesome. Remember how she was shouting at Pearlback and Cry for help? That was almost a moment of weakness. Garnet holds all the cards in this scene and I fucking love it.
You are talking about things that you do not understand.
Me when people talk about seeing a full moon during the day?
We're done here. Let's just go home.
That was kinda unnecessary, no? That's got a lot of information that might be useful. And it's not like anyone is here to continue building the colony, so destroying all that information didn't really accomplish anything. Garnet's gotta work on her anger issues or something.
What'd I say? I'm just stating a fact. The rebellion didn't really save Earth. It just delayed the inevitable.
That lesson Peridot learned in Too Far didn't really stick, did it? She's still ignoring or just not understanding the reactions to what she's saying. Yeah, the cluster's gonna blow up the Earth eventually, so let's just blow it up now. My gem in Christ, you built a drill to stop it. Makes me think of climate doomers.
Peridot!
What? I'm coming.
God damn, this episode is good. That ending is so abrupt though. I think I'm gonna save a lot of the recap for next episode since they tie together really well. We got more lore about the diamonds in the old Earth colony. Peridot's development is being totally undone, so there's a lot of intrigue in this one. I'm gonna wait for it to resolve next episode before I get too deep into Peridot character analysis. But if you want to see new videos from me a week before they premiere on YouTube, you can subscribe to my Patreon for just a couple bucks. The link is in the description as always. Biggest shoutouts to my Grandmaster patrons, Scala LD, Grandmaster Rock Skipper. They got a rock across the entire English channel in just over 10,000 hops. And shoutouts to my master patrons, Anderson Hope, Master of Writing Upside Down and Backwards, and Geeky Game Guru, Master Parallel Parker. They've never had to pull out and try again. And shoutouts to my journeyman patrons, Alicia, Henri Wickers, AriCat, Bippy121, Boomblorp, Bright Galaxy, Cool Waffle, Fiorlin, Fox Certified, GPW, Glingle123, Horsey Jumper, Castrol, Loga, Max Buchek, Netabag, Pachoo, Raphael Williams, Roberty, Sam Bishop, Sandcastle Cat, Silly Alien Lady, The Cloaked Goat, The One True Fusion, Wingo Dingo, Yotawo, and ZT the Fish Guy. Next episode is Message Received. not to be confused with The Message.